Howdy folks, my name's Casey. I'm here to take you on a little adventure. Today we are just off of the Tamiami Trail down in the Everglades in Florida, and we are right off of Turner River, and we are going to go through the mangrove tunnel, which is several miles, and we are headed to the Crooked Creek Chickee, which is about 12.5 miles or so from here as the river flows. And if you don't know what a chickee is, which I didn't for a long time, a chickee is this. So it's going to be a long day, it's going to be a hard paddle, it's going to be awesome. We should see some wildlife. I'm pretty excited for this trip. But I need to get the kayak unloaded, get it in here, and we need to get rolling. It is 9:35, so I want to try and get there by about before 4 is the goal. All right, well, we are packed. We are definitely not packed light for this trip. I brought so much water. I was, for some reason, concerned about water on this one, so I have plenty. And then all my gear. Then I did utilize the front hatch, but only for my sleeping bag. I just didn't want any weight up there because I don't know how the water is going to be when we get out. So our first obstacle is the bridge up ahead. All right, let me interject real quick. So I just finished this trip that you're about to watch. I just want to say that if you're planning on doing this trip, please watch this video in its entirety. That was a very difficult trip. Enjoy. Success. So this water, when I was getting in to launch the kayak, felt kind of cold. So I'm not sure we'll see a lot of alligators today. If we do, they'll probably be up on the bank sunning themselves. But yeah, the water temperature is chilly, so it's almost like spring water. This little tiny cove here is protected. You're not allowed to have any boats in there, but there's an alligator on the shore right up there, and then one just surfaced right here. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see lots of alligators. We just started. I don't know if you still see the bridge back there, but yeah, 2 sightings already. So cool. This river I thought was going to be like real dark water, so I didn't bring my underwater case, but you can see straight down to the bottom, and it looks like dark water. All right, check this out. So it looks like it's dark water, but you can see all the way down to the bottom. It's pretty clear water. The ride is really nice. There's a nice flow to the river, which means tomorrow will be, a bit of a struggle coming back. But as of right now, I'll take what I can get and enjoy this. Pretty cool air plant right there. For the time being, I broke my paddle in half, and right here it's not necessary, but back there it was. With the other end attached, I was hitting too much of the branches, so by shortening the paddle I'm able to get a lot better clearance. When I get into the mangrove tunnel, I'll definitely need it broken down like it is. Going through some of this stuff is really low and awkward, but it's just because that water's high. But I got to slide way down on my seat, and then I'm just kind of pulling myself along through the tops. But really neat back here. The people that have come before me have helped out a little bit in cutting some of these branches, but there's a lot of them that are still in the way. Like these right here, not going to knock me off, but it's definitely pretty low. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. When we're coming out of the mangroves up here, there's a little like watering hole. I wonder if there's any alligators in it. Oh yeah, pretty good size. Some of these spots you get just kind of spider webbed into the mass and then trying to wiggle forward. Like I'm gonna have to slide below my seat level here to get through this one. It doesn't flex up enough. All right. Yeah, I have so many sticks in between my life vest and my back, and I've been poked so many times in the head trying to get through this stuff. I'm a glutton for punishment, but It's gonna be nice when this is all over, you know. And the spiders are endless. Just at first I was taking them and trying to scoop them out of the kayak. I've long since given up. They're just crawling everywhere on me. So there's nothing you can really do about it. But some of them, if I do see them, if I'm quick enough with the paddle, I'll raise it up. But yeah, like there's these two right here. But yeah, I'm not able to paddle through here. This is all just, you know, monkey swinging along through the branches. But I've only gone, it's been an hour. Yeah, it's been just over an hour. And according to this, my Garmin, I've gone a total of 0.3 miles so, in an hour. Like it's a very hard maneuvering through here. So if I'm going half a mile an hour and I got 4 miles of this, I'm not gonna make it to that Chickee. I was hoping to get there at 4. Now I'm just hoping to get there before dark, which will mean tomorrow is gonna be just as long of a day. I'll have to leave first thing in the morning, like right when that sun's coming up. All right, well, nothing's gonna change for a while, so it's just gonna be like this for a couple miles, a couple hours. Ugh, I'm gonna be so tired. At times, some of this feels impassable. I mean, everything's passable if you have enough time, but it's taking a lot of time to get through some of this. And it's been this way for, I don't know, at least 20-30 minutes where I haven't even touched the paddle. I'm just trying to maneuver my body through this stuff and not get too hung up. The kayak's doing well and my gear's doing well. I think it's me because I'm sticking up so high. That is the real issue. So I'm thinking about taking my seat back and lowering it and sitting on it so I can lean back easier, because right now when I lean back I'm getting hung up on my seat. So I can scoot forward, but that's a little awkward. So I don't know, just slowly trudging through this jungle back here. And the water's getting shallow too, so I'm just hoping I'm on the right track. I'm pretty sure I am, but not 100% positive. All right, well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Ah, look at this, we get a moment of relief. So nice. Well, I enjoyed it while it lasted, but it didn't last long enough. Back in the tight mangroves. I almost wasn't even sure I was in the right spot, because it looked like where I was at, like, dead ended. The path was not visible at all. And even after I busted through it, turning around looking at it, there wasn't much showing. Oh. All right, well, I gotta turn this off because I'm stuck. Getting to spots like this is also confusing. There's a path there, path there, path there, and that one's an obvious dead end, but I think I go this way. Not real sure what I'm gonna do here. I gotta stop and think. All right, so I'm waiting back here, trying to see if I can figure out where I'm supposed to go. According to the map, this is the main river right through here, but it can't be. Like, I feel like maybe if I portage through here, I mean, there's palm trees right here, so I mean, that's pretty solid ground. I tried looking at satellite imagery. There's no cell reception out here, so everything is like real shoddy. So, I don't know. I mean, clearly the crossroads, yeah, I probably should get back in the kayak before I stand around and talk. Let's do that. All right, so looking at the map, I can see where it T's, or makes the X, you know. Coming down Turner River. I know the one that leads to my right, that goes way off in the wrong direction. The one that to the left, I didn't really check that one out. I'm gonna see if that one can link back into Turner somewhere. Maybe that's what I need to do. It's out of the ways a ways, so it's gonna add some mileage. But we're at noon. Oh my gosh, it says we've covered 1.6 in 2 hours. Holy smokes. Okay, well, keep trying. There's a lot of spider webs. I don't know how long it's been since someone else has been through here, but my head. Yeah, some of these spots are pretty low. It's a cool way to travel though. If it were to get bad, I could hop out. The water's looks about waist deep or so. Oh man. Yeah, a canoe would be hard. If I was sitting any higher, this wouldn't really be possible. Wonder how similar this is to the Nightmare. The Nightmare isn't that far away from here, I don't think. Oh man, cobwebs everywhere. Perfect timing. Okay, great. The spider webs everywhere. So I found this, which has got to be a good sign. I mean that's got to be Turner, right? I mean, why else would that be here? So just the map isn't lining up with the flow of the water. So, but I think I'm there. I think I made it back. Just go through all this stuff. I can emphasize how bad these spider webs are through here, but I think the light's catching them here. But they're just everywhere. Just spiders everywhere. Whew. These mangroves right here have a lot of root structure hanging down. They're pretty neat looking. But this is the path that I'm going. It is stopped being entertaining. It is now just a struggle, like a real physical and mental struggle to get through this. Yeah, it's just so slow going. I think the reason why it's such a struggle right now is that, you know, I was planning on being much further along, and just that's playing with my mind right now. And the spider webs are just a constant flow of spiders, just spider, just endless. Not that I'm worried about the spiders or anything. It's just when they're getting on your face and they get caught in the beard, you know, it's frustrating. So I'm hopeful that I'm get out of this pretty soon. It says I got a message. Dang, but all right, well, I don't want to be on here complaining, so I'm going to get off until I get out of this mess. Hopefully I'm much further along and survive all these spiders that are everywhere. So, all right, that's it. Yeah, that sun's going to white out the screen, but just want to show. This is pretty typical for right now. See if you can make it out. But I got to either lean way forward or way back to get through most of this. And then the kayak is hung up on all of it too. But yeah, just trying to, oh, now I'm wedged in there pretty good. I need the bow to get on that side. Nope. But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do this in the yellow kayak. I would have flipped out of it for sure. Oh, I got the bungee caught, I think. Woo! The spider webs everywhere too. That's funny. Right across the screen. Yeah, so this says I've gone 1.9, and I think I had figured this to be somewhere around 4 or 5 miles. I think 4 miles of mangrove tunnel. So I should be about halfway. Oh man, I made it out of there. That was almost 3 hours. Success! We're out of the mangroves. I can sit upright. This is great. My paddle's back together. I'm ready to make some miles here. So we were running out of time. We got a long ways to go and not a lot of time to get there. So I think they have a song about that. So the spiders have been picked out of here. There's still quite a few crawling around. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good. Life is good. Look at how open this is. It's like an actual body of water. That's pretty, man. I bet this is a good fishing spot. The first big body of water in a long time. Look at how wide the river just got. This is crazy. I don't know where all the water came from. We went from it being half a paddle's width to looks like about 100 feet across. That's crazy. Well, I just had the first alligator sighting in a long time. It just launched off the shore. It was a big one. It created a wave when it dove in. I was thinking maybe its head would pop up somewhere, but I haven't seen it. So that was a big one. He's watching us. The big guy. Look at the waves here. This is all from the wind. It's crazy. I mean, the water is not that big over there to pick up waves, but apparently it is. I'm trying to block the wind, but you can see how turned up that water is. Luckily, we're not going into it just yet. We got to do a short run to the right, and then we'll be going into that wind. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's so windy. It's blowing me back. But I'm making good time now, I think. So even though we're going like straight into the wind. But all right, well, I got to paddle. So I just made the turn finally, and I don't have the wind in my face anymore. And it was about an hour of constant beating into the waves and the wind. My lips are chapped and I'm exhausted. It's 3 o'clock now, so I've been pushing without a break for 5 hours. My water that I have, this one, is the only one that I've drinking out of, and there's still a little bit left. So there's been no rest today, just work. All right, half a mile, let's get to it. There's a Chickee. All right. Woo-hoo! We made it. All right, so we're all tied off, and it's a good thing that it's breezy because there's a lot of gnats here, like a bunch of gnats. This platform catches that wind around the corner a little bit better, so I'll use this platform. And we're gonna do a little fishing too. So my goal was to get here by 4, and it's now 3:30. So there was a moment there when I didn't think it was even possible, but we did it. So that's awesome. Now we got a lot of time to rest, recover, and enjoy our time out here. Yeah, I moved all my stuff off of that platform, but I also moved the kayak over to right here because these bumper boards right here run as far down as I can see in the water. So if it can't go back and it can't go forward, then it won't go under that dock. I think that's a good spot for it. Alright, so I just secured that as well as I could, have it still pivot enough to grab. It's got a good pinch there, but I'm gonna make this my foot bracket. Alright, now to see if this works. I sure hope so. Come on. That's good. It didn't collapse. I didn't realize it, but I had my hammock too. And I think mounting it on this post here to where it's got that brace, and this post where it's got that brace, I think that should hold just fine. All right, since we have this table, we are going to utilize this luxury and cook something to eat real quick. Now this should have been just a little bit taller to be a wind block, but we'll see how it goes here. All right, cooking on the ground like a peasant. Much better. I realized it was raining, so I got that to worry about tonight. But that's the cloud it was coming out of. There's not a lot up there. But with all that wind, I wonder if it's pushing a big storm over. Well, tonight could be interesting. I'm hoping it's just the winds that are in front of the front, and then it'll be all good after that. But it hasn't rained since that light sprinkle, which is good. And I'll just monitor everything. But I want to eat and then take a little nap, and then I want to fish. So hopefully the weather holds out and we can do all that. All right, I was just able to check weather on my Garmin, and it says that for today there's a 70% chance of rain, and tomorrow it's got a picture of a sun. So it's really basic information. But yeah, you can see that. And there's more coming up on the other side. Over here. So 70% chance. I'm not too threatened by 70% chance. I'm just glad that tomorrow's supposed to be sunny. That way I don't have to, worry about that paddling in the rain or thunderstorms or something crazy. So we'll still just take it easy, play it by ear. No worries at all. some rain now. It's light, but with how strong the wind's blowing, there's no safe place to put anything. It's just, I'd have to build another wall to block it. Like, all right, well, I got everything piled up into the driest spot, and it looks like we survived. The rain cloud is over us. It's beyond us. So we'll see what happens next. Ooh, look at that rainbow going all the way across the sky. Yeah, that's all right. Well, I fished and I fished and I fished, but I did not catch any fish. But the sun is setting. That's pretty. So I might try a couple more casts, like right as that sun's going down. It's like getting dark. There's a possibility I might catch something. But other than that, I'm pretty whooped. I didn't get my nap in like I wanted, so I'm probably gonna go to bed early and then wake up early. So that's my game plan. So another storm's coming through, and I had my hammock up and I was sleeping in it. It was about 10 o'clock at night, and I just felt the water hitting my face. So I got up and tore everything down real quick. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think set it back up. I don't know. I think I'll just sleep on the cot for a little bit and see how that goes. Yeah, you can see the cot currently is being pinned down with all my goodies. And I think worst case scenario, like if a big storm does come, then I can just run and hide in there until it passes over, because I don't think it's going to be long lived. But you can see how low the low tide is. Kayak way down there now. Alright, so I ended up setting up my tent because the wind keeps coming with misting rain. And then I tied the corners to the post and then ran it to that post in that corner. I did put the cot underneath it, but the cot legs are busted, so it's right when I sat on it, popped again, and looking at the brackets, they're done. So I'm going to be sleeping on the ground. I don't have a pad. So I had two sleep systems. The hammock, which very comfortable. I love the hammock. Not going to work because I can't get the tarp up in here inside this pavilion, the Chickee. So that's out, and then the tent has the cot for the pad, and that's busted. So out of my two sleep options, neither of them work. So it's 5:30 in the morning or so. Oh man. The rain has definitely stopped. It rained heavy for about 5 minutes. That was about it. And now the stars are out, and the stars are beautiful. But I got my hammock back up. I'm gonna try and sleep for another hour, and then get the day started. It's gonna be a long day. And there's the beautiful sunrise coming up. It's just after 7. Little flying gnats are crazy. There's so many gnats, and they all bite. And I woke up and I thought I had like a rash on my face, but it was just all the gnats that were getting me. So I woke up, I changed, and got DEET on everything, and I'm just gonna eat, pack up, and then probably get out of here because this is miserable. So all right, well, it's 7:30. I'm done inhaling the gnats, I think. I have the kayak loaded up, so now I gotta do is hop on without flipping it, and I'll be good to go. Well, I'm just leaving the Chickee hut, and I was trying to film me getting into the kayak because it was a pretty slippery slope there. I had to come down a couple steps, and I pushed the wrong button, so there's no footage of it. But the gnats are following me, so I need to get going. I'm gonna turn my GPSs on and figure out how to navigate my way out of here. So it was 6 hours or 5 hours getting out here, and I'm planning on 6 hours to get back, just because I'll be fighting the currents and the tides going the opposite direction. So all right, well, gotta get going. See you in a bit. One nice thing about starting early is the water is glass out here. So I actually should make pretty good time till the wind picks up. It's views like this that make all the gnat bites and broken cots and any misery that's out there just fade away. Yeah, this is why I do it. It's crazy. When I was paddling across this lake yesterday, I was a little concerned. Like, I had to really stay focused to make sure I was upright. Like, because the waves were so bad, the wind was so bad, just getting sprayed with water. Now it's like just beautiful. What a difference. I can actually enjoy it now. So I did get pretty lucky with the tides. So when I launched yesterday morning, it just so happened to be high tide, and I took the outgoing tide with me. And when I woke up this morning, it just so happened to be low tide, and I'm riding the tide back in. So it's all by chance. You know, I didn't check the tides, I didn't check the weather, but I could see how difficult this would be had it been reversed. So if you're gonna do this trip, I recommend checking tides and checking weather. So I don't know if it's not low tide or if the river's just really pumping, but this has been a crazy workout to get through here, these miles right here. With my full speed, my full paddle, I'm getting about 2 to 2.5 miles an hour right here. This is 2.3, 2.2, 2.3. So my full strength, as good as I can do paddle, is only getting me forward momentum at about 2 miles an hour. All right, I remember passing this yesterday when I couldn't find the spot I was supposed to be, so come out here and figure out where I'm supposed to go, and then I think that's the last of the mangroves. There might be another section, I can't remember, but I'm just glad to be out of the spider webs. There's, I mean, it's Halloween. Today's Halloween, so it's only fitting to be covered in spiders and spider webs. Table is right on the other side of those trees right there, so we're pretty close to being able to eat, thankfully. Oh yeah, I was pretty sure I saw it yesterday. That's definitely a picnic table. It's in good shape too. The plaque here shows when it was placed, and it was April 2024, so it's only been here for, you know, a couple months, 6 months. But look at this spot. This would be kind of a cool little camp spot. You're not protected from the wind at all. It's really windy. It just blows across the plains there, the marsh flats. Well, it's so windy I can't really use the table. Hopefully the wind's not hitting that mic, but I'm just going to use the ground down here to boil the water. And I'm not going to film much just because it is so windy and I don't have the mic with me. So, but this is a great little spot, and I remember when I kayaked past it yesterday, I just came out of a mangrove tunnel, and it was so bad and it took me so long that I actually thought of using this as an alternate campsite just in case I couldn't make it through. So I know that I still have at least an hour to go, and that's time-wise, that seems about right. So, all right, well, I'm gonna enjoy a quick little meal, rehydrate, and then let my hands dry out, and then get back to it. Whew, that wind is really blowing, but I just wanted to say that it is so hard to beat this feeling right here. Right on the shore's edge with my kayak after doing a long trip. My muscles are sore, and I finally got coffee. I got food cooking. Like, it's so nice out here. I love it. It's so worth it. These sardines, they're so simple, but they make me feel so good. I don't know what's in them, but just really rejuvenates my energy levels. But that and then my mountain house, and I'll be good to go. Whew. So I'm all fed and I'm back on the river heading back to the car. I just saw an alligator up here. It just went around the corner, but I'm gonna see if I can get up to it. Monster alligator. So let's see if we can get it. I don't see it, but the water's really clear. There's a little cove. You might have went in there. It's crazy how something that big can disappear. I'm in 4 foot of water, and that gator was all of 10 foot, probably bigger than that, probably closer to 12, and it's gone. Wild. So this section right here heading up to the Tamiami Trail is very nice and leisurely, just kind of kick back. It's slow, plan on going about 1 mile an hour, half a mile an hour. You don't want to go faster than that because of all of the spider webs that are going across the trail, but very nice and comfortable. Like, I can recommend this portion to just about anybody. I don't think you need much skill level here. Just need to be patient enough to navigate through it. Sorry, spider. You're going the wrong way. Yeah, I haven't seen any alligators in here or snakes or anything. Tons of spiders. So you can't be afraid of spiders at all. That won't work. But no big critters. Well, this is about the end of the trip. I just got bit by something on my back. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad it's at the end of the trip and not the beginning of the trip. I've been through so many spiders and just different bugs crawling around here that who knows what it was. But anyway, this was a great trip, a very difficult run, not for the faint at heart, and not for, I'm in pretty good shape, and it was a struggle. So yeah, make sure if you're going to do this, that whole run, I'm talking about from Tamiami Trail, that canoe launch, all the way down to the Chickee hut, the Crooked Creek Chickee hut. Very hard paddle, but fun. Awesome. It was a great trip. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to hustle on up to the car, get everything loaded up and get home. I got a 4-hour drive ahead of me. So I should be going sailing next week. So hopefully next week we got a pretty good sailing video. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.